Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. This is part 7 of the Mustang Restoration project. I'm just about wrapping up this project and move on to something different. We're almost there. In this episode, we're going to focus on getting the rest of the trim pieces on and then just, tying up all the loose ends. I still got to deal with the rear spoiler. That's kind of a big mess. I got to repaint the whole spoiler. So we'll do that, and then we'll get the door handles on. I haven't done that yet, and just a bunch of little things. So I'm gonna get things started. So this thing is called scuff plates or floorboards, however you want to call them. So my old one seemed better days. You've seen it's weathered pretty good, so I decided to get a new one. And this is where you step right into the car. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this installed. So the scuff plates went in real easy, and there's only 4 bolts, 2, 3, and 4, and you just bolt it right down. It's designed to hold this piece in and a kick panel. And you know what? I made a mistake of ordering this in black. There's a beige color that I should have ordered, but oh well, it's too late. It seems like everything else is beige color. Anyway, it does look really good anyhow. So that's done. So I went ahead and bought a new one of these. It's not too bad. I think it's $40-something for this and the 2 trim pieces on the exterior. So it's a great deal. So I went ahead and get these instead of reusing my old one. My old one's really weathered out. So it comes with 6 mounting screws. So we'll get this on. So what I'm gonna do next is put on the trim for the windshield, but before that, I gotta get the clips on. This clips right here. It's kind of difficult to get in, but once you figure out the process, it's not too bad. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna use this wrench, and when I get in there, I'm gonna try to get in between the two sides, because the middle pin is going to be here, and then you strike it with a hammer to get it in, because it's got to go through this slot. So I'm gonna do it in there so you guys can see the process. And that's not bad. It just went in like that. No problem. So you're just gonna have to go and around the windshield and put all these clips in before you put the trim on. So as it turned out, the middle piece needs to go in after these 2 side trim pieces. So I have to take this one back out and then put this one in. It snaps right in 2 places. So I'm gonna put the vertical pieces in, and we'll go from there. It is, guys. It's looking really good. The trim fit just fine, and it snaps right in. It's very easy to snap it in. It's going to be difficult to take it out though. So, but Everything looking really nice. And then I put this piece back. I had to take it out to get this piece in because it goes on the inside. There's two places it snaps right in, just like that. So now the front end is pretty much done. Okay, so next I'm going to put the door handle on. And these are designed to have a couple of rivets that you can rivet through. I'm not going to use the rivet. It's too hard to remove in case I need to replace the handle because it breaks. So I'm going to bolt it in. I have some stainless steel 7/16 bolts that I'm going to, these are 1/4 inch bolt that I'm going to be using to bolt it on. So it fits right on. You just two bolts and you're done. Okay, so next I'm going to put this windshield wiper on. I polished the arm. It used to have paint on it. I didn't like the paint on, so I polished it. These are stainless steel, so they look good that way. Now, in order to keep this open like this, you gotta, like when I remove this piece, I stick a screwdriver in and bring this point out so you can see that this is stopping this piece from going that way. So after you install it, you just push this back in and then the spring is gonna bring the whole thing in. So assembling this is quite easy. So let me see here. That's on a down position, so that's probably good right there. So I'm gonna just force it in like that. And you can see that the spring's right there. And as I lift this up and push this in, the spring is gonna try to put some force on it. So there you go. Now this whole thing is assembled, it's ready to go. Same thing goes on the other side. Okay, so next I'm gonna put this lock back on. And there are right and left hand, so make sure you use the right one. And so this one happened to be the driver's side. You can see that this slot right here is bigger down here and then it's small up here. So, and it lines up with the big one on the bottom, small one on top. It goes in and it should fit right in. You just kind of just push it in. Let me see. And if you push it hard enough, I think it goes in. There we go. And then to retain it, there's a clip that I took out from my earlier video. So you kind of insert it in there, get through the slots, push it in, and you're done. Okay, so next I'm going to put the tail light back, and you can see on this side it's already done. It's super simple. There's 6 of these bolts that are sticking out, and you just push it in. There's 6 holes in there, put the nuts on, and you're done. Okay, so we're going to work on this weather strip next, and this will be the last weather strip that I need to install. So it's going to go inside this channel of the door where the glass comes up, and it's gonna go into these slots right here. Make sure when you drive down the road it doesn't cause vibration and breaking the glass. Now this looks innocent, but it's not. I installed the other side already, and it's really a pain to get these in. So you start out with this corner. The smaller lips goes towards the outside, bigger lips towards the inside, and what you do is you just jam it in and start, pushing it in using a really dull screwdriver. Just like that, you push it in, walk down this way, then that way. It's a pain. It's taken me like, 20 minutes just to get the other side done. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Matter of fact, I'm just going to show you what the other side looked like, and then I'll start working on this one. That'll be the last weather strip. And then I'm going to start working on the wheels. I'm going to take the wheels off, and I'm gonna show you guys how to polish them. All right, I'm not sure if you guys can see, it's kind of, everything is black, so it's difficult to see, but this is the piece of weather strip that I was talking about. And this is the inside of it. There's like some kind of felt material in here. And the glass comes in and it rests right inside. So you can see that weather strips just run along it, and then it comes down that way. Door looks like incredibly nice now with everything in it. So this side is completely finished. Still gotta get the other side done. Then we're gonna start working on the wheels. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what's back here. I got both of the tail lights on. It looks really good. Back here, we're still missing a spoiler. That's been giving me a hard time with the paint, so I'm still working on that. Other than that, the car is almost completed. I gotta get the interior put back. Just this panel right here that needs to be put back. All the door locks, all that stuff already goes in and is functional. Interior is pretty much done. I just need to clean it up a little bit. You see all the new weather strip is on. There we go. There's the wheel that I'm talking about. We'll be working on this. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you how to properly lift the back of your car. So what I did was I came in and I lifted right in the middle where the differential is on your rear end. So lift that up and it will raise both sides of your vehicle. I don't have any smaller jacks, jack stands, so you can see that I raised the wheel up quite high to get it fit under. But what you can do is, in there, there's a torque boxer in the back, and there's some railings, and these are really strong right here. It's all solid metal, so that's you can like place your jack anywhere here. This is the torque box, very thick. I decided to place right there. So that's the best place to do it, and then you just lower it down, and you can just take your jack away and leave them there for extra safety. But this is how you properly raise the back of your vehicle to work under it. So as you can see, the wheels are in pretty bad shape. It's probably left like this for many years. So I'm going to go ahead and work on these, get rid of all those problems. And this is the front end of the wheel. It seems like they have a clear coat on here on top of the polished aluminum. So I'm gonna have to remove all those clear coat, get down to aluminum, then we're gonna polish it. So I'm gonna go through all the steps with you guys so you can do this with your own wheels. So for the inside of the wheel, I'm gonna use this paint stripping wheel. And this is gonna remove quite a bit of materials. You know, hopefully not the aluminum, but just like all the deposits over the years. So we'll remove the inside with this, and then the outside I'm going to use something a little less aggressive. But let's try this out and see how it works out. So guys, just be real careful when you use the angle grinder with the abrasive wheels. They remove a lot of material, so be careful, don't remove the aluminum. So I made some quick passes, and then I came in with this wire wheel, and you can use your normal drill just like this, and then you just use this to remove the rest of the material. Another wire wheel, but it's rotated at a smaller RPM. And then you can come in with something like this, which is even less aggressive. And then this is gonna remove like everything and making it look real decent as far as surface finish before you polish it. Okay, so for the outside of the wheel, I'm just gonna use that nylon wheel to remove all the dust and the dirt and all of that on the surface. Is not very aggressive, so it's not going to hurt the aluminum. It's probably going to put like scratches, but I can sand it down later. So let's go ahead and get this done. already can see the difference between this wheel and this one over here. This is undone, and with it, just that brush, I was able to get this condition. So now we're gonna go ahead and wet sand it with different grit, and I'll go through all of that with you. So next I'm gonna wet sand, and you can see that these need to be soaked in water. So I'm gonna start out with a 320, and then gradually we go up to 600, and then I have the 1000 here. I think all I need is to get up to about 1000 grit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and polish it. So the wet sand, pretty simple. This is the roughest one. So start with this first. You just kind of finish it like that, and then when it's just a little bit dirty, you just like dip it in water, and then you sand it again. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand all 3 different grit size, and then I'll show you what it's gonna look like. You're gonna see the difference between these 2 wheels. I stop at 1000 grit. I'm gonna polish it later. I also use the sandpaper on the inside, but I'm only using the 320 and then stop there. It's not very important in there. You can see there's some light curve rash here. I think I'm just gonna leave it. Don't want to spend too much time on these wheels. It's not gonna be a show vehicle. This is something that I want to drive more often. So I'm just gonna polish it up and call it good. Now, if you want it to be perfect, you can sand these down with other grit size, something that's a little more rough or coarse. Sand all that down, and you're gonna go down sandpaper. It's gonna take hours trying to get these done, so I decided not to do it. Okay, so the last step would be to polish, and I'm gonna use this brand Mother's Mag and aluminum polish. So these are really good for aluminum. So you can either polish with a towel, or you can use the buffing wheel. Buffing wheel goes a lot quicker, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. Okay, so I couldn't quite get the tight places. I'm gonna have to use one of these wheels. Well guys, this is the finished product. You can see it's super nice. Look like a brand new wheel actually, compared to the other one. This one I haven't touched yet, except for a little bit on the inside. You can see a huge difference. I think it take me about 2 hours to work on this wheel. Probably gonna take me another 2 hours, so we're looking at half a day of work for 2 wheels. So you can spend the entire one day in the weekend and work your 4 wheels. Looking great. Well, this video is getting a little bit long, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So the plan for next week is I'm gonna sand all 4 wheels. The 2 rear wheels you just saw me polishing it, and then the front one's already done. So I'm gonna take all 4 wheels to the store and get new tires on them. So now wheels and tires are done. The car is just about done. I'm probably gonna need either one or two more weekends to wrap everything up as far as interior goes, and then just trying to clean up the engine bay, since I was painting. There's a lot of dust and things in there, and then that is it for this project. So I definitely see light at the end of the tunnel. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.